Hello students, this is Irani. Today let us start Standard 10 Excretory System, Lesson 9, Unit 3. Excretory system or urinary system of human beings. So for this let us know what is excretion. The process of removal of nitrogenous waste from the body is called as excretion. Excretion and defecation are two different words. Excretion is not defecation, defecation is not excretion. Defecation means passing out feces, that is undigested food through rectum. And excretion is removal of the nitrogenous waste in the form of urine. Similarly, passing out carbon dioxide through lungs is a part of respiration, not excretion. Now, what are the substances to get rid of from the body? They are the carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide comes out through lungs and water in the form of sweat. The nitrogenous waste, they are the urea, uric acid, ammonia, which are produced in the liver. The proteins are broken down in the liver to produce the storable glucose, and the urea is excreted out. Urea is highly poisonous, so it has to be removed or excreted out by kidneys. Excess of salts, that is sodium chloride, water-soluble vitamins like B and C. Water are taken with food and beverages in large quantities, so that also has to be removed off. The bile pigments like bilirubin, they are formed by the dead RBCs, are to be removed. Now let us know about the excretory organs. Kidneys, where they remove the urea. So we animals are called as ureotelic animals. The sweat glands, they remove out the sweat, where these glands are concerned with cooling the thermoregulation. So truly they are not excretory organs. And lungs, they remove the carbon dioxide. Now what are excretion and what are secretions? The saliva, tears, milk, insulin, these are the secretions which are given out by a cell or a gland which has some utility in the body. Whereas excretions are passing out of the substances that have further no use in the body. Now let us learn what are kidney and the structure of kidneys. So here this is a diagram of kidney. Kidneys are in pairs. They are bean shaped, which is called as reniform, reddish brown in color, which lies in the lumbar part of the abdomen along the dorsal wall, one on either side of the vertebral column. Each kidney receives a renal artery from the dorsal aorta and sends a renal vein to the inferior vena cava. The kidneys are surrounded by 3 layers. The outermost layer is stuffed with connective tissue called as a renal fascia. The second layer is a fat capsule and internal layer is a renal capsule. Internally the kidney has 3 parts. An outer part called as the cortex, the middle part is called as the medulla, and the inner part is a renal pelvis. This concavity is a renal concave part of the bean shape where the blood vessels and the nerves enter and exist for the ureters. The renal cortex is granular due to the presence of the nephrons, which is a functional and structural unit of kidney. The renal medulla contains the pyramidal tissues, masses called as the renal pyramids. These are the renal pyramids. In between the pyramids are the renal columns. These are the columns through which the blood vessels passes. The tip of the pyramid is called as renal papilla, which enters into the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis opens into the ureters on the outside of the kidneys. Ureters are the urine-bearing tubules that exit the kidney and empty into the urinary bladder. Next, let us see about the structure of urinary system. What is urinary system or excretory system? Now, in human beings, the urinary system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, one urinary bladder and one urethra. Now, this pair of kidneys, the right kidney is slightly lower in position than the left kidney. Above each kidney, there is a gland present called as renal gland or adrenal gland. The pair of ureters are two tubes which connect the kidneys to the urinary bladder. The openings of the ureters contain the valves to prevent the backflow of urine. This leads to a bag-like structure, muscular bag-like structure called as a urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a temporary storage of urine. This bladder contains a ring of muscle present here called as a sphincter muscle, which opens into the urethra and relaxes only at the time of urination or micturition under the impulse of the brain. The urethra is a small tube which connects the urinary bladder to the external part of the urinary tract. And here you can see the aorta and the inferior vena cava, and the kidneys collect the urine forms the urine, and the ureters sends it to the urinary bladder to the urethra. In our next video, we'll learn about the formation of urine in the nephrons. Thank you.